Now, hey guys, welcome to the Connor Call. I'm joined again by Prince, and today we're going to talk about the Premier League. A lot of shocking results happened. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let's start with the main topic: Arsenal, Arsenal Football Club. But
Oh
yeah,
yes,
it's funny, but
of
like
course.
as a footballing analyst, it's shocking to see where they have come. You never expected them. Everyone was like top four, and now they're 15th. What do you think about Arsenal? Seriously.
Oh man, I mean, you summed it up first of all. Just as you said, it a lot of shocking results, and that's why we love the Premier League. But yeah, I mean, Arsenal. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised because we're kind of used to seeing Arsenal now like this. This banter club and all that. But I can't believe this is their worst start out of all the pretty bad seasons that they've had. This is their worst since 75, 76 or something like that, which is
Yeah,
insane to me. And
yeah,
I mean, I knew, yeah, as the headline just reads, fighting relegation. I mean, Arsenal don't really we're used to not seeing we're used to seeing them underperform, but this is next level. I don't know what is going on. I feel like, I mean, I will join the majority of Arsenal fans in saying maybe it's Arteta out of his depth. Maybe the players are not giving it all. Like this is worse than United. This is way worse.
it's not. I think this is like if it was first of all, if it was Ole, I think it would be sacked. 110% would be sacked. If it was Ole like doing this kind of stuff. But I don't get this logic of like players not fighting for their manager. Yeah, I don't get this logic.
Mm,
You're paid very very well. Yeah, you have been around, what do you say, around the club for so many years. Like some of the players are
yeah,
there for so many years, and
yeah,
they don't want to fight for the manager. I'm like, what is going on? They're getting paid so well. They're not. They're like,
yeah,
okay, if suppose if Aubameyang is not playing, so today they're facing Southampton, for example. If they lose today,
yeah,
it might increase the chance that he might get sacked. But I'm like, how many times do you just sack the manager and not get rid of the players? It shows
yeah.
poor planning from the Arsenal board. And what do you think about that?
I mean, I think the board. I mean, Arsenal fans have been screaming that the board is such a big problem. Like Stan Kroenke, for example, it's always been such a constant issue. And again, it's something that us United fans can relate to. With, I
Yeah,
mean, our board, our CEO, our lack of a sporting director, and all that. So, I feel like the issues definitely are like you. I guess it's like a pattern. Like it's very deeply rooted. Further than just the players, I mean, the manager, this and that. Like when it
yeah,
comes down to the investment, it comes down to the board. I'd say investment, but they are still spending big money. Things like 72 million on Pepe and the money they spend on Aubameyang and Lacazette. But yeah, you're right. Like this should not be an issue in football. Like they are getting paid millions, and I mean, to not fight for the manager is kind of ridiculous. So no, 100%. Like if that's the case, then that's absolutely silly. I don't. They shouldn't be. I really don't think it is. I hope not. But yeah, I think it's definitely more deeply rooted problems than we can think of.
but you're talking about United. I think with United, it has changed since Ole has come, that there is a proper recruitment
Mm.
now. We have better players than Arsenal.
Yeah.
110% we have
Oh
better
yeah,
players than
for
Arsenal.
sure.
And
For sure.
you seen United, that there are players coming from the academy. You have five
Yeah.
players playing for the club, like Henderson, Tuanzebe, Williams,
Hmm.
McTominay, Rashford, and Greenwood. Six players are there from the academy playing in the first team of United. This is a cycle that's always been happening since I think 93, 92, when Beckham, Scholes, Giggs, Nicky Butt, Phil, and Gary Neville. And that
Yeah.
helps, that really helps, because it shows, because they understand that United level of winning and really just going for it. You're obviously, we are helped by Fernandez and Pogba. If he wants to play for United, he shows his class sometimes. That's a different
Hmm.
story. But with
Yeah.
United and Arsenal, I'm very disappointed in Arsenal. I really am. They are so bad.
Mm.
It's not about who is the perfect manager. It's about fighting for your club. No one wants to fight for them. No player wants to fight for the club. No player wants to be there. They have Bellerin, they have
Yeah.
Holding, they have even this guy, Xhaka, who stupid, man. He was stupid. What he's doing? He's choking the guy out.
It's honestly it's ridiculous as well because I mean we all watch Arsenal fan TV and we see what some of they like what they say like for example, yeah, Bellerin, Holding, like these are players who have been there since the Wenger era, and these like in past the Emery era as well, everything. And um, I mean, like you'd expect, like Arsenal fans have wanted like a full revamp of the whole team, like sell the whole team, get new players, etc. They have been getting new players, but it
Yeah.
could also be the fact that they still have some of the same players from before, when they still, like, I mean, they have been underperforming for a while, not this badly, but like maybe it's because like those players aren't like used to. I don't know. It could be. I could be wrong, but they're not the type of players who step up to the plate compared to who you could get in place of them, because they've been used to underperforming, as we've seen. But yeah, like Xhaka, for example, how how is he doing that? He has such a, like, I was so amazed to see a player with that kind of reputation, who is prone to doing just that, does it again, get sent off for the most stupidest of reasons. Like it just goes back to, like, these players are not evolving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Experienced international players.
They're stuck.
And
They're stuck in a rut. And
yeah, and
even Fred, man.
Aubameyang. I was gonna say, yeah, Aubameyang is amazing, because I remember last year, the main difference I think from this year and last year, they were probably playing the same almost last year. Only difference
Correct.
is Aubameyang was scoring. Aubameyang
Yeah.
had confidence, and I always kept hearing, without Aubameyang, we'd be in the relegation zone. This is what is happening now without Aubameyang. Like, without him scoring, without him contributing, and you can clearly see on the pitch, he's just not confident. He doesn't have that smile anymore. He doesn't, and obviously he just doesn't. I mean, probably doesn't enjoy it, like, right now, like what's going on, and his confidence is so low at that point that he needs a goal for them. Like, he gets that one goal, I think it could change so much for that club right now.
No, but with Arsenal, yeah, they're so vulnerable right now. They're so weak.
Mm.
They're facing Southampton today, and I don't think that they can defeat Southampton. I'll be very honest. Southampton are high flying. They almost beat
I
us
would
2
be
0.
surprised. Yeah,
They almost beat us 2-0, and we came back 3-2 because of Cavani's genius. And because they have experience. Like if Aubameyang is playing, for example, and he's like I won't compare him to Cavani because Cavani is more experienced. But Cavani has
yeah,
Bruno, he has Rashford, he has Van der Beek, he has a
yeah.
Pogba. Pogba was not playing. I think he was playing. No, he was not playing that match. But you're
You
getting what
would
I'm
know.
saying. We have options. Arsenal don't have options. They have nothing. Partey, they got him, and Arsenal fan TV
Mm.
dancing on the Partey song, and now they removed the song, which is what the fuck is going on? It's like banter again, and it just shows that AFTV, like, they gas themselves too much. They really gas themselves. Like, even as a United fan, like, we are only 2 points behind Chelsea with 2 games in hand. We win
Mm-hmm.
these 2 games. We're above a team with 4 points who's supposed to win the league or challenge for the league. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
by Christmas. And obviously,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that we will win the title. I will never say that because we have problems as centre back. But we know we'll take it game by game.
Yeah.
These fuckers, when they defeated us at Old Trafford, which is a shit game, Arsenal didn't do anything in that game. And Pogba gave a silly penalty away. And we lost because Aubameyang scored his only goal other than Fulham in the
Yeah.
first match of the season.
The
And they were
first
like, oh
game.
my,
Yeah.
yeah. And then Troops is like, you're 15th, 16th, you're depending on Burnley and West Brom that they lose. Bro, you're in the same zone now. Because since then, we have won four, drew one. They have lost four and drew one. So it's
Yes.
just like karma. If
Yes.
you get gas yourself too much, you're going to fall down. That's what have happened. But with Hugh Vizzy, for example, a really good Arsenal fan and a good pundit for
Mm-hmm.
me on YouTube, he
Yeah.
has never always say, like he never gets too excited. He stays at the game, at particular game. And
Yeah.
obviously DT and Troops and stuff like that. I sent you the clips of Troops losing his
Yeah.
mind and the memes.
Yep.
It's just becoming embarrassing now for Arsenal fans that they need a win. They somehow need a win, but I don't think they'll get, man. They're playing Southampton, Everton, Chelsea. Do you think they can win any of these matches? And what do you think about the banter we are going through right now?
If they were gonna win matches, they should have won. They should have beat Burnley, and they should have
Yeah.
beat who did they lose to before that?
Aston Villa,
Um,
Wolves, they lost to
Leeds was there.
Leicester,
There was a draw.
and
Leicester,
Leeds,
yeah,
this one, Brighton. Oh,
yeah.
sorry,
Those
Burnley.
were, like, obviously that was Leicester, that was Wolves. Again, difficult fixtures, but you have Aston Villa, you have Burnley, and like if they were gonna win matches, those are the ones. Here now, like needing a win, they're coming into games with Southampton, like Everton and Chelsea.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be very surprised. I'll be very surprised if they do win any of those. I'm not gonna lie to you. Very.
Yeah. And what do you think about the banter that they're getting? Do they deserve it?
Of course they do. Of course they do. If any top six club doing this badly, if they're good, you're gonna get the banter. Like if it was us, I'm telling you, we'd be getting shit on at least twice as hard. Just
But
the fact at least we don't have an AFTV
no, but
to
we suffered, bro.
make memes about.
We suffered, bro.
Hmm?
We suffered.
We do suffer. We
I
still
know,
do.
but
That's
then
what I mean. If you were that bad, it would be even worse than it is
we,
now.
we were that bad when we lost to Tottenham 6-1. That day I can't forget. I just can't forget
Exactly.
that day. And ever since then, you have to give credit to Maguire, Lindelof in the Premier League. In the Champions League, there've been a joke. That third goal
Yeah.
against Leipzig, man, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And yeah, obviously we're out of the Champions League, went to the Europa League, and I'm actually happy that we've gone to the Europa League because we don't deserve to be in the Champions League.
I
Like, we
think
have to
we
be,
literally have one of the. I think we have one of the hardest fixtures in the Europa League as well, which of course we had to get.
which is
Like
good,
both
which is
Arsenal and
good.
United. Yeah.
Yeah, but which
Which is
is
good.
good. Because I want this team to show that okay, if you want to win something, you have to beat the best team.
That's true.
And if we suppose if we lose that match, then only we are focused on the Premier League, which can help us when we have to go for the league. If we are, I'm not saying that, I'm being very hypothetical, that if we
Yeah.
are close to that, close to the top spot by 3 to 4 points or 5 points
Yeah.
till Feb,
Yeah.
there might be a chance, might. But we need players like Pogba to perform. And the bullshit that he has
Yeah.
pulled off this last week, what do you think about the Pogba bullshit that is going on and on? Now his agent sent something. He's coming after the Manchester derby saying, "Oh, I didn't mean it. I didn't say anything. I'm focused on the club." Man, it's too much toxic this man atmosphere right now.
It was such bad timing as well. It's such bad timing, and I don't like. I haven't read whether it's confirmed that Pogba told his agent to say that, but that dude Mino Raiola, the agent, has always been like capable of this. In fact, I remember I think there was a quote, not a quote, but like Sir Alex Ferguson, for example, always used to say like he did not like that person at all. Like he did not like that
Yeah.
dude. Like he always said like I mean he's a piece of shit really. Like but and he's showing it to be honest. Like he's just bad news. Like I mean he's one of those agents who can just I mean he doesn't really care about the team more than the players that he works with because that's where the money's at. That's where he gets his money. Because he knows like a big move for Pogba, stir some drama. We'll get him. I mean, a big chunk of whatever transfer fee comes for him. So the whole business thing that he, this proclaimed super agent Mino Raiola, just not a fan. Bad timing, and this doesn't look good for us at all. So
Now, do you want him to stay or do you want him to go? Simple question.
I want him to go. Like.
Go, yeah.
Because if he stays, there's gonna be more drama involved. There's gonna be he underperforms. Oh, what's Pogba contributing? This and that. Like, we don't need that anymore around our club. Like he doesn't do it consistently enough to be like, oh, we need a player like him. Like he'll score that goal against West Ham and then he'll have a stinker the next game and then I'm not. I think it is genuinely time for him to go. Like I'll keep him in the end of the season.
Yeah.
But
bro, no one can afford him. No one can afford him. You have to buy. They have to spend 60-70 million. Every club is going through problem because of COVID-19. And Juventus apparently are going for Dybala and Pogba. I'm like, no man, get the money because we want centre backs and centre back and right winger. Sorry, I don't want a player swap for Pogba. You will get Dybala again. He'll be shit, and then we are stuck with Dybala again.
I heard it was a player swap for Ronaldo instead.
No, Ronaldo, I don't think so, bro. Till now, there's
very optimistic.
See, if Messi is coming, then I can see Ronaldo coming. If Messi comes to Man City, Ronaldo will have that itch of coming to Premier League because they would want to get the rivalry. This is the last possible rivalry they can have, and it's back to the Premier League. If Messi comes, the Premier League's value, Man City value will go huge, and United need to make a summer signing like Messi level.
Absolutely.
And the only way they'll do it is Ronaldo. If you get Ronaldo, oh man, that league will be just lit up with these two people. And even if it's for 1-2 years, I wouldn't mind it.
Oh,
I would want Ronaldo.
Yeah, I have. Like he will have as much, if not more. Like Ibrahimovic came to us for that 1 year and he did incredibly well because it's Ibrahimovic. Like who cares?
Correct.
These are the kind of players where you don't really look at the age. You don't care. It's Ronaldo.
But he has to be a striker. He can't play a winger. He can't run that much.
No, yeah, I play him striker still. I
Yeah.
mean, if Martial and Rashford are happy to take the wings and Greenwood, I mean, then you'll have more depth on the wings as well, and then
And
Ronaldo can
You
happily
have Cavani
sit.
also with on the bench.
And you have
Cavani,
Cavani, yeah, exactly.
this is like dream come true, if you get this. But this Pogba nonsense has to
Yeah,
get over. I think it's high time that he goes. And as a player, I would want him to stay, but as a man, he's not man enough to say that what, okay, cut the bullshit. Like if even before the Leipzig game, and there's so much of negativity that Raiola said
yeah,
this, Raiola said that, you just come out and said, what, guys, shut up, everyone. I'm concentrating on my game. Whatever comments made by Raiola, it just doesn't represent me. If he had said that, no, we
yeah.
would be in the Champions League. I'm telling you right now.
Mm.
Because when people say
You think so?
United, yeah, I think so. Because whenever you play a big game, you need a positive mind frame. You need your team to be
Mm.
together. The manager has certain plans. Pogba was
Yeah,
starting that match. It's a guaranteed thing. He was starting it, and because of the
mm.
bullshit comments, he must have benched him. He's like, what, go sit on the bench, and he had to make a point. He had to make a point.
He had to. Yeah,
And then
that's true as well, actually.
yeah, when he goes 5-3-2, and then this shit defending of Bissaka again, and Maguire, the third goal, what he's supposed to do, he has to bring on Pogba, because Pogba is honestly one of the best midfielders talent wise, but not loyalty wise. He's not loyal. He wants to go here, he wants to go there. Then what, just go. Because what, as United survived before him, they can survive after him. He's not Ronaldo. Ronaldo wanted to go to
No.
Madrid. He didn't do any nonsense. He performed on the pitch. He went. This guy
Yeah.
just making nonsense after nonsense. He scored one goal, bro, which was for me one of the best strikes I've ever seen, like that goal against West Ham, because
Hmm.
he didn't execute it with the power. He just touched it, and it was like a broom
Yeah.
touching a ball and just went inside.
Yeah.
He has that quality, but when you hear this shit, you're like, what? We don't need this. Please go.
Hmm.
And I want to ask you regarding West Brom. Today morning, they sacked their manager. I couldn't believe it, bro.
I saw that today. Yeah. I mean, thing is, they are doing. I mean, they are doing pretty badly, but I'm surprised it's him gone before Chris Wilder from Sheffield. Like they're doing far worse. 1 point from 12 games. West Brom just got a point from Man City last night. Like I thought,
Exactly.
yeah, they're fighting. They're showing some fight at least now. So I'm really surprised. There has to be something behind the scenes, but that definitely came as a surprise for sure.
No,
You
but
know,
this shows that
maybe
managers are so vulnerable, or they're so easy
yeah,
to get rid of.
anytime, anytime.
Even with Arteta, man, it's just been a year and this team is not performing. So what they do, they get rid of the manager, but they don't get rid of the players. Like West Brom has just come up. What do you think, they'll beat everyone or what? They're a relegation team.
They don't have the team. They don't have the team to be up there in the. I mean, we can say that, and then we see people like Sheffield United come up from last season. They don't have the team on paper, but they worked hard. So, I mean, the excuses are a little bit less for West Brom. But yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, you can't expect him to just immediately make an impact. Obviously, it's not every team that comes up can have the impact that a lot of like Sheffield United type from last season and stuff. So I would have at least given him the January transfer window. At least
Actually, I
spend some
think
money, try and avoid. Yeah,
I think they made up their mind regarding sacking him. They didn't expect a draw that he would get against Man City. Definitely.
that has to be the case. Has to be the case for sure. They couldn't wake up this morning and be like, it's time for Bilic to leave for sure.
Yeah.
Like that for sure. The decision was made before.
It's really sad because he's such a good manager and he was trying to bring something, because against United also they almost got the 3 points. They hit the post
Hmm.
like I think once or twice, and then Fernandes scored the penalty and we won 1-0.
Hmm.
Very important 1-0 victory. Sometimes you will have to win those games like that. And I think
Of
even
course.
as Sheffield United, when we are playing them on Thursday, I think it's going
Yeah.
to be a tight game in the beginning, but then I hope that United win. I think they can win. I would want Van de
Yeah.
Beek to start. Yeah, because if you win that
Yeah.
game, you're above Chelsea and you are gaining momentum. And if you beat
Yeah.
Leeds United, then you are. But this Christmas period, yeah, you have 5 games till the 1st of January. It can shape your whole
Yeah.
season if you win all these games.
Easily. Yeah.
So and
Easily because
hmm,
yeah, because I mean the whole Christmas period is it's so crucial to get past it because there's so many games in such a little short space of time. If we can get through it with some decent results and without any injuries, that's the main thing because of how congested the fixture list is. It's a
Yeah.
success, and it just sets us up nicely for the second half. So that's all I'm worried about. Like, just as long as there's no injuries from this period, you know,
I would rather win 1-0, 2-0 instead of going for a 4-5-0. 1-0, 2-0, no problem. Just get the win, get the
we
three
take those.
points. Just go on.
Yeah, we take those
So,
easily.
that being said, yesterday Chelsea lost again. Chelsea losing back to back. What's going on with Lampard and his title run? What happened?
Oof, oof. I mean, Havertz and Werner are just not looking like good purchases right now. At least mainly Havertz. I would argue. I mean, obviously, a lot of people are being like, "Oh, biggest flop of the Premier League," etc., etc. But yeah, again, it's just a case of a young player, big young player with a lot of pressure on his head because of his price tag. Needs time
Yeah,
to adjust. But again, it's not just on Havertz; it's the rest of the team. I still personally feel like, I mean, Lampard's not amazing as a manager, and he's got such a good team to work with. He has shown, like, they won when they went on that winning run last month. Like, I thought,
yeah,
okay, you know, this now it's like Chelsea are showing what they've got, but like I feel like with Lampard in charge, it's a combination of both, in my opinion. Lampard in charge right now, who's still also learning, gaining more experience as a manager, and because he's got such a fresh team, players who've come from abroad, like guys like Ziyech and Werner and Havertz and stuff. Like, yes, Werner and Ziyech so far have put up some decent performances, but I mean, they still need time to adjust, right? And these are the star players that they are relying on up front. And I mean,
yeah.
the defense is, again, it's like, I mean, who is it? Zuma, Christensen, Thiago Silva sometimes as well. We have seen them prone to errors in the past. They perform well, but even the defense is not like the best it can be. So like the whole team needs time. I feel like, you know, given in a year or two, this team would has definitely can actually go and win the Premier League. They just need that time, and I feel like Chelsea fans can afford to be patient right now because it is a period of transition and a very exciting time because it's a fantastic squad on paper. So if they give it time, they will eventually, you know, do big things. But right now, yeah, they're gonna be prone to these kind of results like last night and the one before, for sure.
I think too much of them is expected because they spend a lot of money on the transfer window. I think
Mm-hmm.
they're not getting enough time that they deserve in terms of like okay, settling
Absolutely.
the score. And because these players are coming from foreign countries, they don't know what's going on in the Premier League. They
Mm.
don't know how to play, and they don't know how physically rough places like Wolves or Leicester
Yeah,
or Sheffield. Because for me, like Wolves, Leicester, and Southampton are the bogey team this season. They can decide the title race, and they can't. They will make sure that you go out of the top four. So and West
easily.
Ham for it, and West Ham and Aston Villa. So these five teams are going to be like the main.
And Leeds, if like given on
Leeds, I don't
their
know,
day,
man. They're not that
on their
good
day,
sometimes
on their day.
on the day, yeah. But you see West Ham winning. You see, obviously Southampton, Aston Villa winning, and that on Wolves, for example, and
Yeah.
that if you did like how we were 2-0 down in Southampton, for example, we were
Yeah.
2-0 down. And if we
Mm.
didn't make that comeback, we would be 3 points behind. So sometimes getting the 3 points is very important. I don't give a damn about who performs what. You go out there, you score out the more goals than the other guy. That's it. Even the match against Brighton, where we won after the final whistle blew and we got the penalty, which we
Yeah.
deserved, for the handball,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we got the winner. And sometimes I think like you dude, it's about winning. It is about winning in the end.
It is
One
always,
nil.
yeah.
Even the West Brom game against when we faced West Brom, when we got the 1-0 victory, we didn't play that well. We got the win.
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes obviously we're not playing that well compared to how Chelsea were in terms of the attack and stuff. But I think Lampard has a job to win a trophy, at least a trophy
Mm-hmm.
this season, and
Yeah.
he has to come maybe third or second because I don't think Man City will come top four. I don't think they're not playing well. Man City, they're so bad, and with Man City
Absolutely.
and Guardiola, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I think they'll come out of the top four. I think United will pip them because Manchester City are depending on Aguero to come back and Kevin De Bruyne to do some magic. But if you see them against United, they were bad. They were bad, 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 bad. United was so good sometimes. They were that one touch pass from Bruno to Van Bissaka to Bruno, and he almost gave to Rashford. So
That. Yep. Yep.
when you see the Manchester City in terms of like performing, what do you think? Do you think they'll come to top four?
Thing is, I wouldn't bet against them yet because I mean I guess it's because we're used to seeing. I mean, when was the last time? I can't remember the last time Man City weren't in the top four, right? But I mean, yeah, this is probably the worst they've performed in a long time, especially definitely under Guardiola for sure. And I feel like they definitely have enough. Like I'm more confident in City picking up some form than I am on any other with literally any other team in the league. Them and Liverpool, like
Okay.
they can go. They're the kind of team that they're struggling right now. They can go in January. They can pick someone up, and that person can help the one or two players up, and that can change their fortunes. Because I mean, I wouldn't bet against City on doing that either, because they
Yeah.
just do it all the time, right? So I still feel like, I mean, again, since it's so early to say, it, I still feel like they will end up getting top four somehow, some way. They might clinch it like towards the end, or they might just go on a run like February, March, and then just establish themselves around there. But they definitely won't fight for the title. But then again, the title is it's very hard to say right now. So, but they no for sure they won't win the title. But top
I
four,
don't
I
think
can
even
still see happening.
yeah. I don't think even if they buy someone, they'll come top four. I
You
don't
know,
think they have the. I don't think they have the fight anymore. Like they don't have that desire to score goals. Like you see Kevin De Bruyne trying and trying and trying, but
mm,
Sterling and Mahrez missing. They let Sane go. I'm like, what is going on with Guardiola's head? And they kept Jesus, and he's not Aguero. No one is Aguero. Aguero comes, he's injured. He's not that what do you say fit anymore. He's very old compared to what he was.
he's busy. He's busy streaming on Twitch now as well. Like that's we see Aguero online than we do on the pitch now.
Bro, they won titles. They're not hungry anymore. Maybe he's not hungry.
Yeah,
Maybe Guardiola is hungry, but the player is not. And that's why he wants Messi to come so that there will be an excitement. Oh, Messi is here. Oh, Capital, like Messi, I'm
yeah.
going to play with Messi and all that stuff. But Messi might go to PSG or Man City. That's a different thing.
Uh-huh.
But what do you
Yeah.
think? This is the last question. What do you think about United against Sheffield and Leeds? What do you think about that?
I believe that if we drop points against Sheffield, it's an absolute disaster. Because see, I mean, predicting the game obviously, Sheffield they need a win. They need points. They've come out in the last 2-3 games trying and trying, and you see, I watched Chris Wilder's interviews after the games, and he's like, yeah, I mean, we're just waiting for that win because we know it's just going to pick up. Like they seem pretty dejected right now, and this is the
Okay.
perfect time to play them. Like, I mean, I hope, like, it could obviously go two ways, but the most likely situation and scenario should be that we don't, we are not victims of Sheffield's big first win of the season.
Yeah, but do
So
do you think we should attack?
will we attack?
Yeah, do you think we should
Yeah,
attack?
we should attack. I think Sheffield will come out of the gates. They'll
Yeah.
start well for sure, but I mean, their flaws as they have been, I mean, of what has been causing them to lose games so far will show, and we will have enough. We have enough to capitalize on those, especially if Bruno just flips that switch and finds the right pass. One
Yeah.
goal, Sheffield will be dejected. We are cruising. Leeds,
Yeah.
on the other hand, I don't know.
That,
I don't
that'll
know.
be a tight
Leeds
game.
are big game players. I mean, there's a big game team so far. Like they've performed in all big games so far as I can remember. Liverpool, City, they beat Everton. Arsenal, they drew. Well, Arsenal, big game. Chelsea,
Yeah.
they lost. That's fair, but I mean, I wouldn't put it against Leeds to not perform against us. So I'm actually not too confident of a win there. It'll be quite a bonus if we do beat Leeds. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hmm. That's true.
Mm.
I think the win against Sheffield will be a big boost to United's
Mm-hmm.
campaign because it's a very tricky
Yeah.
place to go, and it's a midweek game. It's on a Thursday, so
Mm-hmm.
it's on a Thursday.
Yeah.
So winning against them on a Thursday would be a big boost to Ole and the squad, and they will go to Sunday against Leeds at Old Trafford, maybe with fans because they will announce maybe it might be tier two, Manchester.
Yeah.
They'll have
Yeah.
2,000 fans. So I think Ole actually has a point when he says that fans make a difference because when
For
fans
sure.
come to the squad, sorry, when they come to the stadium, there's a different level of energy, obviously. But
Mm-hmm.
because you've been used to now not seeing them for a year, almost a year. No, it's been nine
Yeah.
months, man. No fans again, and London has gone back to tier three, so Arsenal has no fans.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really unstable right now as to what is going on. People don't know exactly when everything will be okay. I think this season also will be like behind closed doors. I don't think this season will be like they'll open the fans like maybe 2-3 thousand, but proper fans will come next year when after the Euros, and I think the Euros will be the first tournament to have fans because you have 6 months till then.
Oh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine the Euros without fans right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like for sure, I don't. You're not gonna see full capacity this season for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about that so far with the Euros. That's a whole nother topic. Yeah, but yeah, for sure. Like I think it'll keep fluctuating. Like I mean, like you said, London's just gone back into tier three. You can't have fans anymore over there. But like I think yeah, we won't see. We might see maybe an increase 4,000, 5,000, but no more than that. I feel for sure.
So that's that for today. Thank you, Prince, again for joining. I really have a great time always with you on the stream.
What's man?
Um, People who are looking at this video for the first time, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Lots of new content coming up, lots of things to talk about. Yet, right now, Arsenal are playing Southampton and they are 0-0. So, yeah, they're 0-0. So, let's see what happens with that. We hope Arsenal lose so that we could see AFTV lose their shit again.
Of course.
Yeah, again. And Truth's losing his shit. So, thank you, Prince, again, bro. Take care. God bless. And everyone, take care and stay.